What's up, guys? This is a tanking blood DK guide to Cho'gall heroic on 10-man. We run with 2 healers, rest DPS, and 2 tanks. It's primarily split up into 2 phases, phase 1 and phase 2. It's not too dissimilar to heroic, where small changes make the difference. In heroic, he spawns these elementals when he casts flame orders and shadow orders. The only mechanic here is that you have DPS swap to kill that. The timing of DPS and the DPS burn is a little more important here. For tanking, it's pretty much the same as normal, apart from maybe a little bit in phase 2. So you'll notice here we have our feral tank pick up the boss. The reason is that 1, I can DPS the boss a little bit, but 2, more importantly, he does a lot more DPS than I do, especially if I'm playing defensively in the Blood DK. And the way we set this up is that when he tanks first, I will, after Fury, he will always pick up the ad, and the way the timers work is that he'll always have an ad up after Fury, and I'll take the boss, and this boss can be sort of tank swap that way. So we have the most mobile tank take the ad in towards Cho'gall, where he gets DPS to about 20%, we're kind of melee heavy, maybe 30%, and then he takes pulled over to a marker towards the edge of the room where he dies, and then the range switch to the ads, the globules that spawn out of him. We have a kill orders for the ads where we have 1 elemental shaman always on the ads prioritizing that. The rest of the DPS prioritize the elementals that spawn, then the adherents, which you can see on the screen right now in the middle of the boss, and then the boss. We'd also recommend on your first kill to not really try and gain too much corruption, although if you are comfortable with your battle reses, you could have a mage, sort of a fire mage, pop off and do that, but we didn't really go for that here. We just kind of want to get the kill and the mechanics down, so that's an option for later during speed kills. That's pretty much all of phase 1. In phase 2, I'll sort of speed that up so we get there in a second. At 25%, he transitions to phase 2. The tank mechanics Fury of Cho'gall still remains, where you tank swap at every Fury. What we want to do, since we have a bunch of melee, is that ideally we would want to pull him into a corner where you have all the tentacles spawn there, the small tentacles. We want to have melee interrupt and kill him, and we can have range do that too. This positioning wasn't ideal, but we'll do that later next on. We can pull him to the throne, all the tentacles spawn there. Where we want to move Cho'gall is when the big fat tentacle spawns, the big boy. The reason is because he knocks people back, does some damage, he slaps melee around him or anyone else around him, so we sort of kite him away from that. Thankfully he's not near the range here, and this really is a DPS check here. You basically want to kill the boss before the taking shadow damage doesn't overwhelm you via corruption, and you become unhealable and the boss just slaps everyone. So yeah, kite him to small tentacles, kite him away from big tentacles, and taunt swap in every Fury. That's the end of phase 2. Congrats on your kill. If you like this kind of content, make sure to sub and drop a like, and please share. I really appreciate that. Thanks so much. Have a good one.
Don't vomit on people, yeah? Turn around.
Yes, guys, brilliant work, man.